Hi guys, this is Raj Sharma, and in this session we will discuss what are the SQL tables, how the SQL tables are created, and what are the data types which are available for creating the SQL tables. Then how to change the structure or how to modify the structure of the table which is already created. As you can see in the diagram, we can create the multiple tables in a database. Table consists of the row and columns, 2D format, 2D matrix. When you create the tables, then you have to mention the list of the columns. Also, with the column, you have to define the data types. It means what kind of data a column will hold, you have to mention with the column name. That is called the data type. Now we check the data types which are available in the SQL Server. These data types you define when you create the tables. When you create the list of the columns, that time you have to decide which column will hold the what kind of data. Then accordingly you have to select the data type. So first of all, we have the char. It's a fixed length. Fixed length means suppose you declare the length of a column, it's a 20 character and the value is say 5 characters. It means still the 15 spaces are blank, but total memory is the 20 characters. So 15 character space your system is wasting. Second one, the varchar. It's a variable length. It means if you declare the say 100 characters and the value is a 50 characters, so system SQL Server will automatically delete the rest of the blank is 50 characters. So occupy only the 50 spaces. Then third is a varchar max. Varchar max. This is the length. This is similar to the varchar, but the length. This is the length of this. Then next is the text. In text, the maximum size is the 2 GB. We can store up to the 2 GB data. Then nchar. Nchar. In char, we can store up to the 8,000 character, but in nchar, we can store up to the 4,000 character. Why? Because in case of the char, one character takes only 1 byte. In case of the nchar, one character takes 2 bytes. That's why we have the half of the 8,000 length. Because in case of nchar, suppose you want to store the some non-ASCII character or Unicode character, like you want to store the some other language, Chinese language, Russian language, Arabian language, then you can use the nchar, and it's a fixed length. Then nvarchar, again 4,000 character. Again you can store the Unicode language in this one, and it's a variable length. Then ntext, again variable length. Then up to the 2 GB data you can store with the Unicode. Binary, if your data is in binary format, then you can choose this binary data type. Bit it's like a boolean value, 0 or 1, and if your value range of your value is 0 to 255, then you can choose the tiny int. If the like range of your value is 0 to 55, then you can choose the tiny int. Small int, if the range of your value is the minus 32,768 to 32,767, then you can choose the you can select the small int. Int is the bigger one. Then big int is the biggest one in the SQL Server. Then the float means suppose you want to store the value with the decimal places, then we can select the float. So these are the data types available in the SQL Server, and we can use according to our requirement. As we discussed, the data are stored in database in form of tables, and table is consist of the columns and rows. As you can see in the diagram you can see the table. The table first row, it's called the header or columns. The name, department, designation, address, phone number. The verticals, name first column, department second column, designation third column, fourth and fifth column. And horizontal form, say Rajesh Kumar data, IT manager, Delhi, and the phone number. So this is a one row. Then second row, Suresh Kumar accounts, chief office Faridabad, the phone number, second row. And the data in the row are the interrelated. How? Rajesh Kumar works in the department and his designation is the manager and he lives in Delhi and this is the phone number. So this is the row. Now we check more details in the name vertical. Name Rajesh Kumar Suresh Kumar. This is a first column. Then department second column. And the row as or record. The Rajesh Kumar IT manager Delhi. So this complete information in different column is altogether is called a row. Now we will check how to create the table on the SQL server. So create keyword. Again keyword create table. Then name of table custom name. Say demo table. This is rule number one. This is called the naming convention for the table. So it should be only single word. And if there are two words, then you should or you must join these two words with the underscore, not the hyphen. Hyphen is not allowed. Say this is valid. Okay, and this is also valid. Now it's a single word. Okay. Now brackets, opening bracket, closing bracket. This is called the body of the table. Within the body of the table, you have to mention the list of the column. So first one, say first name, then varchar. Again we have a problem. First name, again there are two words. Rule number second, again the naming convention for the columns. It should be single word. And still, if you want to maintain the two words with the space, then and close with it square bracket. So this is valid now. And every column must be separated by the comma. Now, third rule. If I mention the same column again, then I see a error. A duplicate column name is not allowed in the same table. This is the same rule we have in the database. In database, we cannot have the duplicate table name. The same rule. We cannot have the duplicate column name in a table. Okay. So I make it last name. Now this is valid now. Next rule. Suppose if you write here name, again varchar 100. So you can observe the name is in blue color. Why? Because name is the keyword or reserved word in the SQL Server, as you can see in the varchar, in the table, the create. These are the keywords reserved word. So you cannot use these keywords or reserved word for naming the table or for naming the columns. But if still you want to name that column with the keywords, then you can do that one. How? And close with the bracket, square bracket. So this is valid now. So these are the rules you have to keep in your mind. Now I create this table. Okay, done. Now I drop this table, drop again keyword table name, this drop means removing the table physically from the database, including the data. So now we check the rule now. Okay, if I try to execute this statement, then I get the error incorrect syntax because this not. Okay, so this is one, and I make it say first name. I copy and paste this column. So this is that means the duplicate name is there. So if I try to create this table like this one, then I get the error. Column name in each table must be unique. So these are some rules you have to keep in your mind while creating the table. Now we create a table with the proper structure. So ID, then this is the employee ID, and we have to decide the data type for this column because ID generally it's a numeric value. So we can take as the integer or small int or big int, but here we require the int because the employee ID should be like between the 5 to 6 digit. So int is enough for that one. Say int. And the important thing about the int is you cannot define the length of the this column. In case of the int, the length is already predefined. So comma, then first name, then first name. In case of the name, the value would be the alphanumeric. So varchar 100 means the length of the name, maximum length would be the 100 characters maximum. Then last name, varchar 100 again. Now say gender. In case of gender, I can take the two data types, char or bit. If I take the value for the gender would be the 0 or 1. If I take char, say char then 1. Now I know the length, it's a fixed length, M for male or F for female. So this time I can take the char fixed length, char 1. So I'm expecting in the gender column only the M or F will be storing. Okay. Then date of birth, and date of birth I know it must be the date. So date time. Again in the date time you cannot define the length. The length of the date time is already predefined like the integer. Now say city, then again varchar 100. Mobile number, so a mobile number int. Now salary, and salary I want the salary in form of the numeric value including the some decimal part. So the decimal, then 16 comma 2. It means the maximum length or maximum digit in numeric would be the 16 including the 2 decimal part. Okay, I create this table created. Now I check the structure in select statement. So this is the structure of our table we created. Like how to insert the data, how to update the data, how to delete the data, we will check in the next video. So this is how you can create the table. Now how to modify or alter the table. So first of all we check that this table which we created, and we have this column in this table. So first requirement is I want to add the new column in this table, that is the country. So for modify or altering the table, we write alter table, and then table name. and for add we have the keyword add, for modify alter, and for dropping the column from the table, that is a drop. Now how to add the new column in the existing table? So alter table name, then add, and this is the country. So I'm adding a new column country in this table with the definition, with the length varchar 100 and null. Then if I execute this table, this statement, and check the table structure, so country is the last column recently added. Now second one, if I check that this table, demo table and columns, so city, the length is the 100 characters. Suppose I want to change the length of this column, I want to make it 500. Then alter table name, alter column city varchar, now it's a 500. So alter means I'm changing the definition of the column. If I execute this statement and again refresh the table, now the length of the city is the 500. Last name, it's a column. Suppose I don't need this column, I want to remove this column from this table, then alter table name and drop column last name. If I execute this statement, say execute, and now again check statement, so first name last name is not there. If I again refresh and check the structure, so last name not there. So this way you can modify alter the table. Also you can use the SQL Server Management Studio for creating or modify the table. How? First of all, select the database in which you want to create the table. In my database, select it, and we have the tables. Right, select the table, right click, then new table. Here you can mention the list of the columns you want to create for this table. Say ID and data type. We have a drop down. The list of all the data types you can select from here. So this is the list of the all the data types available. So if I type say int, I allow null. So allow null or not null. This is a constraints, and for this purpose I have a separate video, you can check that video. First name, and this time varchar 100. Then last name, again varchar 100. Next column, now this time date and time. So this is how you can design your table, design the structure of a table, and now save this table and fill the name of the table. Say demo table 2. Okay, now we check the table in refresh database and tables. So this is the demo table 2. Now how to modify or alter this table? Select the table, right click, then in design mode, for creating the new table, it's a new table, and for editing the existing table, select the design mode. Now so the same structure is displayed. Now you can add more column, you can modify the name of the columns, or you can delete the column from here. Just right click, then delete column or insert column. So this is how you can use the SQL Server Management Studio for creating or modify the table. So guys, this was all about the how to create, how to drop, and how to alter the table in SQL Server. Thanks for watching the video.